So right now, I feel both Sony and Jabra are in the process of releasing their new generation of earbuds. Specifically, Sony's newer earbuds have smaller and more manageable cases, whereas Jabra's earbuds are moving away from a hero and sidekick connection setup. Nonetheless, today we are going to check out the Sony WF-C500s and the Jabra Elite 3s, which are two very budget-friendly options. Now, when it comes to pricing, the Elite 3s have a retail price of $80, and they like to go on sale for $76. I personally have not seen them go any cheaper. Whereas the WF-C500s have a retail price of $100, but these like to go on sale for $68. Nonetheless, if you want to pick either of these two earbuds up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch shelf down below. I've made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know I can be very particular. So I'll only set my name on something that I'm really proud of. Now first, let's talk about these cases because they're very different. Now both of these cases are decently small for everyday carry. However, Sony's case is much more noticeable when it's in your pocket than Jabra's case because this case is thicker and overall has more surface area to it. Whereas the Elite 3's case is much easier to slip in and out of your pocket. But one major difference between these two cases from a usability standpoint is the lid. The Elite 3's lid is much easier to open and close, whereas Sony's case has a friction lid that locks in place when it's fully opened and it snaps closed when you shut it. Overall, I think the Jabra Elite 3's case has the better user experience here. It's a little easier to slip in and out of your pocket, and this lid is easier to open and close. And when it comes to charging both of these cases can only be charged up through their USB-C ports. Neither of these two cases have wireless charging, which I think is okay for entry-level earbuds like these. Now, when it comes to battery life, the Elite 3s have an advertised combined battery life of 28 hours with their ambient mode turned off. The earbuds themselves can go for 7 hours and the case can supply 3 additional charges. And overall, these earbuds do have a slightly above average battery life because most mid-tier earbuds in 2022 do try to shoot for a combined battery life of 24 hours. But then there are the WF-C500s, which have an advertised combined battery life of 20 hours. Now, it's doable, but it is far off from the 28 hours that you'll get with the Elite 3s. But the thing the WF-C500s do have going for them is their stamina. The earbuds themselves can go for up to 10 hours straight. The thing that's really holding these earbuds back is their case, which can only supply 1 additional charge. So yeah, battery life wise, the Jabra Elite 3s are the clear winners here, and this alone could be a deciding factor for most people. Now, besides having a noticeably longer battery life than the WF-C500s, the Elite 3s also have a slightly more manageable case with a little bit better user experience to it. But now let's talk about the earbuds themselves. Now, both of these earbuds are in-ear earbuds, and both of these earbuds fit like your standard pair of in-ear earbuds, like let's say the Galaxy Buds 2. As in, they go into your ear canals a decent amount. They don't go in slightly deeper into your canals, like let's say the WF-1000XM4s, and they aren't shallow fitting, like let's say the AirPods Pro, Jabra Elite 85Ts, or even the Beats Studio Buds. Now, overall, both of these earbuds fit well, and you can wear both of these earbuds for extended periods of time, specifically because both of these earbuds are using your standard silicone ear tips. Neither of these two earbuds are using foam ear tips, which I personally find to get very itchy and unbearable after like 15 minutes of use, like the foam ear tips found on the WF-1000XM4s. Now, even though both of these earbuds fit well and they both passively block out a decent amount of noise because they both create a good seal with your ear canals, I would mainly recommend both of these earbuds for casual use. Even though the WF-C500s are rocking an IPX4 rating and the Jabras are rocking an IP55 rating, making them decent options for working out, these earbuds do like to wiggle out if you're moving around a lot and especially when you're jogging. Now, when it comes to connectivity, with both of these earbuds, each earbud establishes a connection with your phone. So if you just want to use one earbud at a time, you can use either one, it doesn't matter. And this is the connection setup that we expect to see on our earbuds nowadays. And this is actually a pretty big deal for Jabra, because up until very recently, even their most premium earbuds were still using a Hero and Sidekick setup. And in general, I think it's great that budget earbuds like these are using this type of connection setup, because usually budget earbuds do tend to use a Hero and Sidekick setup, which isn't as seamless or as convenient as their current setup. But overall, I would mainly recommend that you use these earbuds with one primary device. Both of these earbuds can only be connected to one device at a time, and they aren't as seamless to jump around from one device to another, like let's say either the Galaxy Buds 2 or Beats Studio Buds. You don't gotta put them into pairing mode every single time you wanna go from one device to another, but you do have to go into your first device and turn off Bluetooth there, and then go to your second device and establish a new connection there. And it's also very important to keep in mind that even though the Jabra Elite 7 Pros got a firmware update that allows them to be connected to any two Bluetooth devices at the same time, regardless of operating system, it doesn't look like the Elite 3s are going to be getting this feature. My guess is that Jabra is going to be keeping that feature for their more premium products. But overall, when it comes to performance, both of these earbuds have zero latency across the board when watching movies or videos on your phone, whether you're using an iPhone or an Android device. However, when it comes to audio codecs, things get a little odd here. Now, the WF-C500s have support for SBC and AAC, which is a pretty standard stack even for mid-tier earbuds, like let's say either the Galaxy Buds 2 or Beats Studio Buds. But with the Jabra Elite 3s, these earbuds have support for SBC and aptX. But now let's talk about listening to music with these earbuds. Now, both of these earbuds sound good enough to get the job done, and they both sound good for entry-level earbuds. However, as with most entry-level earbuds, both of these earbuds have a bass-heavy sound signature. But thankfully, both of these earbuds have a customizable EQ, and with both of these earbuds, I like to lower the bass and raise the mids on them so that vocals are easier to hear. But I also like to lower the treble on them because the highs on both of these earbuds can get a little distorted at times. However, I am going to have to say that the Sonys sound a little better than the Jabras. The Sonys sound a touch less shallow and their bass does resonate a little more. But honestly, your average user isn't going to notice these nuanced differences. Now, when it comes to your MIDI controls, both of these earbuds are using physical buttons, which some people will really like. Now, you can do things like skip through music, activate your voice assistant, and adjust the volume of your music. However, just keep in mind, you cannot customize the layout of these buttons like you can with more premium earbuds. I also got to point out that neither of these two earbuds have proximity sensors, so neither of these two earbuds are going to automatically play or pause your music if you take them out of your ears or put them back in. And personally, I do feel that this is a major inconvenience. Now, given that these earbuds are budget-friendly options, I can let them slide, but I still kind of wish that the WF-C500s had proximity sensors because these earbuds are pretty chunky. However, one feature that the Elite 3s do have over the WF-C500s is that the Elite 3s have an ambient mode, whereas the WF-C500s don't. Now, the ambient mode on the Elite 3s is decent and it gets the job done, and it's a definitely welcomed feature either if you're a constant commuter or if you're just someone that's working from home and if someone calls your name, you're still going to be able to hear them. Now, overall, an ambient mode is starting to become a very standard feature on both mid-tier and entry-level earbuds like these. So personally, I really hope that Sony will add an ambient mode to the WF-C500s through a firmware update, but if we're being honest here, I do think that's highly unlikely. And finally, here's the microphone test. Now, this has never really been a strong suit for either Sony or Jabra, but they have been improving. Now, in a quiet room, the WF-C500 sound decent, but I can sound a little robotic. Whereas with the Jabras, I sound a little less robotic and there is a little bit more amplification on my voice, which I personally really like. And as a bonus here, the Jabras also have a side tone to them, so you can actually hear yourself a little bit when you're talking on the phone, whereas with the Sonys, you can't hear yourself at all. Now, when it comes to blocking out ambient noise, the Elite 3s are doing a good job of blocking out this road noise, all while still elevating my voice. Whereas even though the Sonys are doing a decent job of blocking out this road noise, I do sound a little choppy and a little robotic. And when it comes to blocking out chatter, it's the same thing. These earbuds are doing a decent job of blocking out this chatter, but I can still sound a little choppy and a little robotic. Whereas with the Jabras, these earbuds are letting in more chatter, but my voice is more elevated and it doesn't sound as choppy. So personally, I do feel that the Jabras have the best performing microphone here, but I would still recommend that you try to take phone calls with these earbuds in a quieter environment. But with all that being said, I think the Jabra Elite 3s are decidedly the better pickup here over the Sony WF-C500s. From a usability standpoint, they have a much longer combined battery life, they have a better case that is less noticeable while it's in your pocket. I also prefer how their lid opens, these earbuds have the better performing microphone, and more importantly, they have an ambient mode, which is super convenient either if you're commuting or simply working from home. The WF-C500s are also a decent pickup and they sound a touch better. But overall, the Jabra Elite 3s are going to give you a better bang for your buck. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know, I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something that I'm really proud of.